Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 78 as the records say. And as always, today is going to be a random assortment of random web pages we find on Tor, and actually, for the first time, we're kind of branching out of Tor, just because there's more of the deep web than just Tor, and we're going to look at, I think, a Freenet site or two. Basically, it's a different system than Tor, a little more elegant, I would personally say. But there's going to be some deep web stuff as always, random, so we don't really know what the theme is until we get right into the nitty-gritty. So, as far as intros go, I say this one is finished, and that means we move on to our very first website. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this first site is Obturarent Capita Cinere. I think I mispronounced that entirely, but I think the English translation is "Cleanse us of the ash, cleanse the tainted, let us mortals perish." It almost seems like we're going into some Death Stranding level territory. I don't even know why I'm saying that, considering not most of that game has really been told, but cleanse us of the ash, cleanse the tainted, let us mortals perish. Here we have a lovely mathematical diagram, but we have mundate mortalibus, protegendum album vitrum. That's pretty much Latin, as far as I can tell. But we are the ones that dream of a world without ashes. You have ended, young spodium stuperator. To the home of the white glass, we protect her, retrieve the fraxinus interfectors. We run, we weep for the tainted. Within these walls, monstrum and habitat. Outside the walls, mortem cavitas vanitatis. And you got some Chinese letters down there. Interesting. I think that is Chinese. That's definitely not Japanese. I think that's Chinese. And apparently, that's pretty much what this site is. Also, apparently, we're going to be powered by Google Sites for some fucking reason. I don't know how. But basically, this is Cleanse Us of the Ash. Now, can I tell anything from this? Well, apparently they seem to really hate ash. They really want to cleanse the fucking tainted and let the mortals perish. Now, I'm a fucking mortal. I'm sure 100% of the audience watching is mortal. And for the audience that isn't mortal, you should all be worried. I mean, this is fucking genocide. This is letting us perish and shit. All jokes aside, though, I really don't even know what to think. I mean, it's kind of great that the first site I go to isn't like a hitman site or a fucking drug dealing site. It's this, because you know what? It sets a good precedent for what the rest of the video hopefully will be. Something that makes my mind go, what? But, of course, they have ash infection testing. I don't know how that works. But apparently, if you want to be voluntarily infected with the ash, we will supply from this phone number. And here they have a phone number. I don't know what the code is, but apparently Mikia Gomer Urinpusla writes, "The ash is wonderful." I think that's a Google Plus. Yeah, it definitely seems to be some Google site thing, but I don't know how to... Oh, it's probably linked off. But ash will soon be supplied. Call on a new moon, as that is when the ash is collected. We will purge the ash. So apparently, they always want us to, they want you to be cleansed of the ash, right? But then they're willingly handing out ash. I don't even know how the fuck that's ash, by the way. So you can get infected with the stuff they don't want you to be infected with. So that kind of defeats the purpose of the whole fucking experiment, guys and gals. Like, what the fuck? Well, what is it? You don't want us to be infected, but then you do this. Oh, you want to be voluntarily infected? Let it. Just drop and call it. I guarantee you that number don't even work. Probably leads to a fucking Norwegian phone sex line, if anything. But let's go to the ash. If it did lead to that, by the way, I will say, fucking luckiest call. Here you have an angry, I don't know, is that an angry Burger King? What the fuck? Okay, your privacy is our promise, and you got a RuneScape campfire. Alright, let's see. Business and career problems solution. In our society, the tainted are not simply spotted. However, in the modern era, ash restrictions are not followed stringently. What? What the fuck? There's an ash restriction? I think this is slightly racist. Therefore, a lot of people are slowly infected. We is one of the best ash removal specialists who provides consultancy, astrological remedies, and the white glass to remove obstacles from any tainted and solve all ash infections. Okay, tainted dispute. The tainted are the bearers of ash. It almost feels like I'm reading something Dark Souls-esque, doesn't it? They are commonly seen in low areas of Deus population. Avoid the tainted, as ash spreads like the oil. Traits are negligible at best. They may look skeletal. Ooh, skeletal, are we? Or swollen in provocative areas. What is that supposed to mean? What, do you just have a skeleton dick? Swollen pussy or vice versa? Tainted areas include the Shayarot, Mantilant Pass, and most of Gurnlada. Cleanse all tainted. Remove ash. We will remove all ash from your system. Feel free to donate cells for interaction with the white glass. We do not allow any cases of oleum mortem or aqua lagunculam. Whatever the fuck that is. Signs of ash. Some signs of ash infection is swelling of the mammary glands in females and growth of the buttocks and reproductive organs in all genders. That's... I think some people would choose to get infected then, alright? Like bigger butts and dicks. A lot of people pay thousands of dollars to try to do that shit. You ever watch porn? Okay, there's always like, this fucking 18-year-old discovered the secret that all porn stars hate. And we find out it's just ash you rub on your crotch? Man, that's going to be one of life's greatest discoveries, let me tell you. It will soon increase growth and heighten the sex drive of the individual to spread infection. Again, people pay lots of money to do that. In some cases, if the ash does not spread, the growth will continue. The ash will also make the host more easily stimulated and increase the amount of gas produced by the body. So what, he just farts every thrust? What the fuck? What is ash? We cannot tell. Only cure and cleanse. It's fucking raw Viagra, dude. That's what it is. But here is visual. Oh, wait. This is the Dead City. Hold on. What is this? As we all know, the origin of the ash or vagrant came from the fabled Dead City as a proposed resident shows signs of advanced infection. We are currently searching for the city. It was lost some time around the Cold War. And by the way, that's edited 2015, dude. Christ. We have found it. More information will be supplied when our missionaries return. Many have lost to the ash. We can revile some. We are so sorry for your losses. He was in possession of a phone number leading to a collection of infection much larger than what we've seen before. A courier said phone call is to soon be enacted. You are not safe. You know that. Let us purge ourselves of the ash. It almost feels like this is like a slight advertisement for Kojima's Death Stranding. I don't know why that stuck into my head, but there's something about this dude. I swear to God, Kojima, if you're behind this shit, I will not be surprised. We will show you pictures of the ash. Okay, that's not ash. Okay, that's what's outside my fucking house in the snow, alright? That is not ash. Okay, you're fucking smoking crack right now if you think that's ash. But if you go to Clean Slate, thanks to anonymous benefactor, the filth has been wiped clean. Only 3009875 to remove. We will purge ourselves of the ash. Thank you for the help. Apparently they gotta help me. What the fuck? Okay, now I'm kind of creeped out. What is this shit? We will purge ourselves, MP3. This got kind of spooky real fast. Okay. Well, I mean, might as well listen to this then. Fuck. I mean, we're already here, right? Let's listen to this shit.
We will purge ourselves of the ash. 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 We will purge ourselves of the ash.
Okay, so I guess they're gonna purge themselves of the ash. I think I got kind of fast real quick. This is really fucking weird, dude. Honestly, this is, if I had to be honest, this is the weirdest site I have ever fucking seen on the deep web, or like anything related, even if it's linked to the clear web. Yeah, it's linked to the clear web, dude. Out of 78 experiences, this is the weirdest site that I've been on. Everything else had a realm of okay to it. This fucking weirds me out, dude. Holy shit, this weirds me. I'm gonna back out, go to something else. I think we've seen all we can really see. Let's go to something else. This is fucking weird, okay? This is weird. Weirdest site I've seen so far. Great start to the fucking episode. Let's go to something else. Now this is Forgotten Languages. Interesting. There's a lot of languages that appear to be forgotten, which, it's... So here, ladies and gentlemen, we've got forgotten languages, ladies and gents. There's a lot of languages, I assume, in the world that are forgotten, and again, by the years over here, this is a very active website. But ladies and gentlemen, again, English, French, Spanish, German, a lot of these languages that we speak today come from languages of old, and even older and older and older than that. And as things get older, things are more obscure to begin with, really, end up being forgotten. And these are the languages that appear to be forgotten. Now, by the way, I'm trying to look at this site. I'm really trying to look at this site, but I cannot figure out anything right now because it seems like all these forgotten languages are sort of thrown in here without any English or relative language to really figure out or try to browse through. I mean, it is forgottenlanguages.org, but it's got channeled communication minimizing the depth of trauma on abductees. Okay, where are we going to abductees on languages, dude? Let's open that up. You got Panic Expanded by White Proverbs. You've got N Imidelg CF Reactai. Let me open that shit up. I think I fucking totally pronounced something wrong. And if I go to labels over here, you seem to have all these languages. So you have Aidat Lai Idfan, Iten Et Diag, Agian, Adin, Abstract. Actually, I wouldn't want to open up Abstract. Wow, they actually have a lot of languages that they've covered. Holy shit. Is Paromi, Illyria, Idhun? I think a lot of the hybrid is apparently a fucking language. Interesting. Let me kind of go on to the hybrid. Whoa, that's some spooky Lamau shit. Let me see what this language is. Sipin Tegera E Repiek Sipiens Le LS Surais Daj Te Sakut Dajno Refiziat. And then you go all the way down. What the fuck is this? It's like edgy. What is this? Elamau Egyptian pharaoh shit? What? Wait. I don't think this. What the fuck is this? What is this? What am I on? Okay, that's straight up scary right there, dude. Are her nipples showing? No, they're not. That's scary. Holy crap. What is that? Is that a fucking robotic cyborg cat? What? What the fuck? Okay, alright. What am I looking at? Honestly, what the fuck am I looking at? That's so scary. Like, that's, if I wasn't recording it, if I didn't have the fucking feeling of safety that recording gives, that would actually legitimately make me piss myself right now. That is that fucking weird. That is so creepy. Like, what is this? It's literally like watching Hackers again. What the fuck? What am I doing? What is that fucking Zapdos? This is so weird. Here you have what seems to be Arabic almost too. Well, that is Arabic, or I don't know if it's Arabic or like Farsi or something like that. I don't know. But it seems, what am I looking at, dude? Like, some of these are just like, it's not, yeah, it's abstract, but what is the language? Like, it seems like the languages are slowly changing. I mean, I get that this is forgotten languages, but it's like, please have someone to guide me through it. It feels like I'm on a journey on my own. What is this? War games and the logic behind no contact strategies? What language is this in? And now we're in math? Now we're in data statistics? What are we? Where are we? I'm so fucking scared. What is this? Aggle Wapoo. What? Like, there needs to be, like, here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing when you come across sites like this. What are you even supposed to do? Like, distributed consciousness? Like, now we're talking about consciousness, distributed AIs, shit like that. Like, it's not even in a language that you can understand. Like, I don't know, like, I can't understand language, but Adra, Fefense, Ain, Sedi, Re, Moranid, Igni, Arupa, Ig, Tup, Werbrid. Like, I don't know. I can't read the language. I don't even think that's actually a real language. Here they seem to have some. Yeah, here we go. See? So this is like Anibiki, Baseva, Daib, blah, blah, blah. Wait, hold on. Fanabrid. Yeah, I was just trying to see if they're good. But basically, it seems like they have a translation down here. What consciousness does is more important than what it is. The first time you meet those Gasilians, you are totally interested in their technology, their spaceships, their metamaterials, their weapons. The second time, you are more interested in them, and who they are, and where they came from. The third time you meet them, you are only interested in their minds, their consciousness. Past that point, you become just one of them, which is exactly what they want. Now we're with Ayla Mouse? We went from a forgotten language to fucking Ayla Mouse. What are we? Where are we? I don't even know what to say. Here we go. Kashmiri? Was that something over there? Magyar? Lycian. Let's try Lycian. Oh my god. What? You know what? I don't even know what to say anymore. Like I'm honestly like fucking confused. I'm really confused at this point. I have no idea what to really say. The Lydian treasure. You know what? You know what? These are forgotten languages. I mean, that's the best explanation I can give. Like these are languages that are essentially, of course, forgotten. But like I don't know how to figure them out. Here, let's look at like chemolinguistics. What is this? On the emotional fireworks you're so prone to. Both the local theory of mind and the local practices of mental cultivation affect the kinds of unusual sensory experiences that individuals report and the frequency of those experiences. In mentoring a lesser civilization in a specific stage of development, for instance, Sol 3 in the Upper Paleolithic, you do not display a spacecraft in their heavens. What you do is to display an impossibly huge deer, or a deer with sparkling horns. In mentoring a lesser civilization, you must never forget that cultural ideas and practices do affect mental experience in such a deep way that they lead to the override of ordinary sense perception. On the other hand, you do not display a huge deer with sparkling horns crossing across the blue sky to humans just after they built their first nuclear bomb. You are supposed to match their current theory of mind and their cultural beliefs and put in their skies flying technological objects or eerie lights. Okay, you know what this feels like? Honestly, this whole thing feels like at some point aliens actually landed on Earth. They dropped this, like this came from like how to anally probe people from another society handbook, right? Like anally probing for dummies from an alien planet, right? And the dude left a copy of that on Earth, and like this was discovered and it was forgotten, right? It was so weirdly out there. That's what this was. Okay, it almost feels like this is aliens. It's like when you're gonna try and affect another lesser species, okay? And I'm assuming the aliens are the better species that they can fucking time travel and spacecraft and do all that crap. Then this is like a guy that tells them, all right, if they're stupid, really fucking stupid, okay, put a deer with sparkly horns, okay? But if they built a nuclear bomb, it means they're actually somewhat intelligent. Send like UFO lights. That's what this is. It almost feels like we've come across how to anally probe for dummies. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what the takeaway from this website is? It is teaching you how to anally probe for dummies. This is like alien handbooks tossed under, or like AI construct guides. How this is a forgotten language, I think I have come to the conclusion of. But I'm going to end this over here because this is weird. This is hard to wrap my brain around. And frankly, let's go to a more coherent site. So this is something on Freenet, which is not Tor. This is Welcome to the Path of Enlightenment, binaural beats to help you explore your mind, body, and soul. Now, for those of you who don't know, binaural beats are sort of this big thing. We've done a lot of these coverage on creepypastas too, with Lavender Town, how they had binaural beats and shit like that, and a lot of other creepypastas too. But binaural beats to a lot of people are like, basically you listen to these audio tracks and they make you feel a certain way. It's almost kind of like the whole ASMR thing. There's a lot of people who really like ASMR. It's like when they're like, I know a friend who when he can't sleep so well, so he'll put on like some ASMR footage of like TVs running, which is kind of weird because he has it on a TV. But like he'll have ASMR like video, audio or whatever. It's in a video of like, you know, birds chirping or like nature, things like that. Very like acoustically pleasing sounds, and it makes you feel a different way. So basically, binaural beats, all that set aside. There's apparently Hemisync, which is a trademark brand name for a patented process to create audio patterns containing binaural beats. I don't know if binaural beats really have any basis in reality, though, but, you know, interesting stuff, which are commercialized in the form of audio CDs. Interstate Industries Incorporated, created by Hemisync founder Robert Monroe, is the owner of the Hemisync technology. Hemisync is short for hemispheric synchronization, also known as brainwave synchronization. Monroe indicated that the technique synchronizes the two hemispheres of one's brain, thereby creating a frequency-following response designed to evoke certain effects. Hemisync has been used for many purposes, including relaxation, sleep induction, learning, and memory aids, helping those with physical and mental difficulties, and reaching altered states of consciousness through the use of sound. The technique involves using sound waves to entrain brain waves. Wearing headphones, Monroe claimed that brains respond by producing a third sound, called binaural beats. that encouraged various brainwave activity changes. In 2002, a University of Virginia presentation at the Society for Psychophysiological Research examined Monroe's claim. The presentation demonstrated that EEG changes did not occur when the standard electromagnetic headphone of Monroe's setup were replaced by air conduction headphones, which were connected to a remote transducer by rubber tubes. This suggests that the basis for the entrainment effect is electromagnetic rather than acoustical, and I don't really know what you're going on there with. Replicated, double-blinded, randomized trials on anesthetized patients have found, I'm totally mispronouncing it, I cannot fucking read, Hemisync effective as a partial replacement for fentanyl during surgery. A similar study found it ineffective at replacing propofol, however. Alright, well apparently that's Hemisync technology, which is the binaural beat stuff. The do-it-yourself method of loving yourself. And you got this very pretty lady over here who's trying to, I guess, maybe teach me how to love myself. Don't worry. Oh wait, Teal is her name. Teal. You're not even wearing teal. Teal reveals a process for enlightenment. The process is called 365 Days of Self-Love. That can be assumed in so many ways. Why would someone who loved themselves do? Allow your intuition to deliver the answer and then act on that answer. Everything that is preventing you from living the exact life that you want to live will be exposed. Because of this, you will have the opportunity to face your demons, but it will allow you to face them in a way that ensures that you will not resist them. Instead, you will flow around them. This commitment will be the foundation of your spiritual journey. Oh, God, binaural beats ain't gonna make me love myself. Come on now, Teal. All right, you're bullshitting me. Now, this is the high-thick method of loving yourself. I don't know, like, how tech is spelled over in the Freenet land, but it's clearly far off than what we have over here. But apparently you can also download this MP3 off, by the way. But it's something with iDozer, which I've actually heard of iDozer, but I don't think it's active anymore. iDozer is an application for the playback of proprietary audio content. The developer claims that separately purchasable content aims to simulate specific mental states through the use of binaural beats, and some of it is named after prohibited recreational drugs. The iDozer player has been downloaded millions of times and is based on the audio technology of GPL-licensed binaural beat generator Spagen. The player can be downloaded for free and includes some sample audio content. Additional audio content can be purchased. I don't know if that's still active, but ladies and gentlemen, this is about binaural beats. You know, nothing spooky at all, but except it's a way, basically, they're going to give you MP3 downloads and a YouTube video page of fucking Teal telling you to love yourself. So I really don't know what to say about this whole situation. I don't know the whole, like, scientific backing behind binaural beats. I mean, I guess to an extent it works, but at the same time, how much of it is a placebo, I really don't know. Because I'm not an expert on that kind of stuff. But apparently you have a Freenet site, which is the Path to Enlightenment, which, to be honest, I kind of walked into this shit expecting fucking cults. But I'm glad I didn't get a cult. I got the Path of Enlightenment. And these are binaural beats to help you explore your mind, body, and soul. So again, there's nothing negative about this. It teaches you how to love yourself and the high-tech, well, just methods on loving yourself, which, you know, is a positive concept. Having good self-motivation, having good confidence in yourself, that's a very good thing to teach. So, you know, honestly, this whole Deep Web, like, episode so far has been very positive. Like, there's no fucking killers or psycho shit that goes on. But I guess if you want to join the Path of Enlightenment, it's on Freenet right here. It'll teach you how to do it, or at least give you some sources to go check out. But I think we've seen enough of the Path of Enlightenment. I think I'm going to, like, sort of roll back and go to something else. Thank you very much. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our Deep Web video for the week. This seems to be a 2-minute and 37 long production. Of course, as you can see, it starts off in a very low resolution front, but I'm not going to keep this going on too long. Let me get the mic out of the way. Because frankly, with a video this long, it's always great to get right into it and analyze the ever-loving fuck out of it as soon as you finish this whole thing off. So, I'm going to hit play and see where we go to. Okay, we got some dolls and shit. That's interesting. What the fuck, dude? Why do we got dolls? Dude, whatever this is some fucking creepy shit, dude. Like, I hate dolls to begin with. Why do we got a duck? Okay, we get it. I mean, nice. Ah, God, the effects, dude. They're just like overcrowded. What is this? It's it's almost like this is recorded off of a TV. You know, it's got like that weird tinge to it, with like the colors and everything. All right, there's just dolls like attached to this. Like, what is this? It's like some Latin or Spanish that's going on back over there. It's like, again, it almost feels like this was recorded off of a television. Like, that's super zoomed in. I don't even know what they're saying. Like, I mean, I can't understand it, but there's just dolls. What the fuck? What is this? What does he mean? What is this person making the dolls do? Now you got like the, oh god, that must have, ugh. That's so hard to watch. It's because it's like, really, it's assaulting the eyes. It's giving me a headache, dude. Oh my god. Look, that's a skeleton right there. What the fuck? Now he's like hanging the dolls? What is the yelling going on? There's like the handprints? Oh my god, relax. What the fuck? What the hell is going on? Look, man, whether that was some, like, I don't know, that's obviously, like, what a fucking edgy art project on the deep web is like anyways. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say about that. Like, honestly, if you go from the beginning, okay, let's analyze this. So, like, first off, first impressions is definitely a creepy video. It's definitely a creepy video in the sense that, like, this is not something that you usually would even fucking see. Usually, we see something that's, like, really, like, edgy or, like, it goes far out there. Here, it's dolls. And again, I have a creepy, like, relation to dolls anyways. Like, I don't fucking like looking at dolls. They're probably the most creepiest things you can see. But to, like, have them hanging on, like, wire with, like, creepier close-ups of dolls and that, like, screaming in the back, which I don't know if that was from, like, a movie, like, some B-movie type shit, or, like, maybe that was from another tape where, like, some dude was getting some horrible shit done to him and they're, like, screaming. And I believe they're screaming in Spanish. And I don't know what the screams are all about, but whatever the screaming was, let me tell you, that last chunk of video was actually getting unbearable, all right? First it was flashing, like, lights that were hurting my head, but then it was, like, listening to that screaming, like, whatever. If it was acting, that's good acting. If it was real, which I hope to fucking God it's not, that is unsettling to listen to, let me tell you. That is very... Like, when somebody's screaming dead in your ear about shit that's going on in you, even if you can't understand it, it's a creepy sight to behold. Or, sorry, audio. But if you start from the beginning, obviously, let me just zoom around. We have, like, multiple, like, looks at these dolls who are just there without any clothing, by the way. And I don't know why. Like, I've always hated, like, dolls. I could never understand them. You have, like, dolls on top of each other. Then you have, like, this weird doll that, like, looks at you. That's fucking creepy. Easily, that's creepy. And then out of nowhere, you get, like, the whole duck, which I think we skipped, by the way. Regardless, we all saw the duck, right? That's not a weird thing. Here you go, the fucking duck, the Dolan. And then over here, you have, like, what appears to be the guitar, and then, like, this thing, which is, like, tied up. Whatever in God's name that thing is tied up to something. It's almost like you're looking at a side of, like, some serial killer's mind, you know what I mean? Like, what they're probably going through, what torments them and shit. And then you got the whole guitar, which is like the central theme of the whole thing for a moment. And then the more and more you progress, like after this, you get this barrage of Adobe filters just tossed at you, which, God. And then you have the skeleton, which I really hope that's not some real skeleton, dude. I mean, I haven't seen a real skeleton in my life. Really hope I don't, you know? But then over here, you have something weird. You have, like, that fucking handprint all over the wall as you progress through. You have, like, these things attached over here. And this is where I think it gets fucking creepy, because this is when you're hearing the yelling that's going on, the unsettling yelling. And then you have these dolls who are tied up by, like, twine or, like, you know, metal wire. Like, fuck, I can't look at that, dude. It's fucked up. And then you end off with the eye shot, of course. But if I can get like a shot of the dolls that are like right here, the dolls that are just hanging off with the one doll sitting with the guitar, the whole thing is freaky. Look, even if this is fake, which you have to think about the logics of it. Somebody actually sat filming this dingy looking environment. Like they had to set this thing up. Either this is a natural dinginess or this is so over exaggerated to the point you actually had to put finesse and care into building the set, then filming this stuff. And then on top of that, you had to, like, as you were editing it, add all these effects, zooms and all this crap, rotations and everything. And then you have to find that streaming audio, which I hope it's fake, and then add that on. And that's the amount of effort you have to do. At one point, you sort of sit there and it's like, maybe this is too edgy. And if this is some real plea for attention or like real thing to scare people, then I guess it kind of works because it really touches upon that imagery. It's almost like the blank soup rune.avi. Like, it's got that aura of mystery where you're just sitting there questioning not only everything, but wondering why is it even there? Because the fact that it's there, it's like, is there a message behind it? Is it just there to scare you? I don't fucking know. There's a whole lot of unanswered questions. And I think that's what's scaring me the most about it. Usually I can watch these videos and I'm like, it's a funny, edgy art project. Here it's just, maybe it touches my fucking nerve. Maybe it tickles my spooky pickle. But this, I don't know, man. It's some weird shit. Like I'm gonna back out of it now. I think I bargained for more than I could ask on this one. Let's just get the fuck out, dude. This is interesting. Hunt me for sport. This here is Mr. Encino. This is Mork's father, Mordecai Encino. Please find below videos that lead myself and my wife to believe that our son is dead. Rest in peace, Mork, you idiot. Wow, that was a very stark, that was a very fucking buzzkill moment right there. Somebody fucking died? Arrangements are in the process of being made. They found Rodney with some distant kin in Pensacola, and the authorities are considering our request to hold the viewing hours at the Pine Lodge. We have no doubt that this is what Mork would have wanted. There is much to bemoan here today. All his life, Mork rallied against an army of invisible haters who stood between him and any kind of success. It is my hope that he finds peace and contentment and maybe a job. Wow, this is... God, even in death, Dad? What the fuck? Dude, this guy really died. I feel really bad, but his dad's a blunt guy. Raise a mug of boxed blush in Mark's honor if you can find the time. Thank you. Regards, Mordecai Encino. So apparently this dude died. What the fuck? I don't know if he did. I have no idea. Apparently it's Hunt Me for Sport, seeking sportsmen and investors, whatever the fuck that means. The last post was this post was at 2011, so it's been 5 years since Mork passed away. Holy shit. Hunt me for sport. Full-time loser, part-time idiot. Wham bam, thank you, Jesus. The poor man's every man. I feel like Dad posted these, dude. Whatever it is, his dad really did love the kid, but goddamn. Follow the hunt on Twitter. No, I'm not going to go on Twitter, okay? Well, again, it's always linking me back. I don't know fucking why. It's always just mirrors. Jump to 5:30 to hear him discuss Mork. Oh, he was on Russia Today. I think everyone's been on Russia Today at this point. Man offers himself up to be hunted for $10K. What? Wait, what? What? Wait a minute. This dude put himself... He said for $10,000, if you pay him 10 grand, you can hunt Mork? What the fuck are you gonna do with the 10 grand when you die? Like, it's not even, that's like, what, it's not like, well, he does not like get a family. His dad clearly called him out for it. This has gotta be bullshit, dude. This is Mork just fucking fake. Mork jerking me off right now. Mork in Asia, sweet ass hawk skin. I'm not gonna open the videos, by the way. Your content ID is a fucking bitch. Sweet Mork jams. What? Mork fac. Videotape from Hunt Me Sport. More casual. Oh, this is just him like advertising. Steakhouse up close videotape. What the fuck? Okay, I mean, this is kind of weird. Older post. Wait, this dude put himself up there to be targeted? Wait, this man survived the game? Mork radio. Hear Mork on the damn radio. Are you... Wait a minute, what? Wait, I gotta see more of this. Wait a minute. Hunt me for sport. Steaming along over here, waiting for someone with a real sack to step up. Meanwhile, found an old skull. Got new earwear so I can't hear you haters and candy asses. I mean, if this dude actually died, that means, I guess his dead self has now got a net worth of $10,000 US plus whatever he must have had before. Hunt me for sport. So everybody, this ain't a pecker draw. If you're not interested, if you ain't got the scratch, then please just move it along. Keep my goddamn sister and my goddamn sunburn out of it. Matter of fact, those might be some decent words to live by. In regards to my health and physical fitness, okay, sure, I may not be Usain Bolt, but I have got belly fire to burn and a financial incentive to survive and cash your goddamn check. Past that, I have a certain kind of kinship to the land. Oh, so you paid 10 grand to hunt them. If you fail to hunt Mook or Mork or whatever the fuck, then whatever, you're fucked, dude. You failed. That's a trait I share with the Indians, and that's why I felt okay about leaving my cash sack on the table at Johnny Rockets while I squirted. More, don't talk about fucking squirting. Didn't expect to get slapped with the stink pinkle like the way I did. So listen up, all you loudmouths and shit talkers. You bring your change to the Pine Lodge Friday nights to shoot buck hunter and show off for the bartender with a tight little package. Maybe the loser springs for the next pitcher. Well, hey, that's cute. I'm offering something a little different than your average quarter of bowl plastic dick pump. God, very, very provocative imagery you're giving me. But by all means, and knuckleheads or candy asses, why? Well, they need not to apply. They can kick rock and kiss grits or whatever else. I'm looking for a true goddamn moneybags, okay? 10K is nothing to these boys. They leave tips on restaurant checks like that. They drop that kind of scratch just because. They'll pay that money just to rub it in my face and show me how meaningless it truly is to the likes of them. But I tell you what, you wiring me some good cash money, and I'll give you directions flat off the interstate, shake your hand and look you in the eye like a goddamn man, and then I'll haul ass while you're cleaning your piece and unloading your quad. If you're the sentimental type, and shit, I guess maybe I am, perhaps you could donate or somehow arrange for a small memorial in my name for after I'm gone. Just a tasteful little plaque above one of the urinals in the Pine Lodge men's room, just to remind someone, JC knows nothing worked out the way I used to plan. But forget that. That might, oh my lord. This dude, hunt me for sport, 10 grand. This was 2011, by the way. Huntmeforsport@gmail.com. This is not active at all. This is real. Bossman fired me and I got drunk at a goddamn Indian casino and lost half a year's nut. Like I lost a bag I was in. So, hold on a second. This dude, for 10 grand, will put his life on the line for some rich dude to pay and hunt him down with a firearm. And apparently by the end of it, he died. Somebody actually successfully completed the hunt. And after the hunt on Pine Lodge, this dude got his plaque all put up there, at least I assume so, and that's it. Wow. I mean, like, here's the thing. Like, this dude's line of earnings, and not even a whole year, by the way. Those posts in 2011, this is the same year. I don't know how many hunts this dude must have done, but 2,000, like, let's say 10 grand, dude. This dude risked his life. Per hunt, of course. Obviously, I don't know if there were multiple hunts. For 10 grand USD. And people, like, there's some people rich enough in the world who want to do this kind of shit, or maybe think of it, that have that money and it's like chump change to them. That's so fucked up. But at the same time, like, I don't think this is fucking real at all. There's no way this is going to be fucking real whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. I think Mork is a very talented troll. And I think we've gotten trolled. Like I said, I don't think there's like, I do not think, you know, fucking Mordecai Encino. Well, actually, they have the name Mordecai Encino. Give me a second. Let me Google this up. Well, it seems like I couldn't really find any information on Mordecai Encino other than the dude was like in a lot of like high profile news sites and shit. But I don't think Mordecai Encino's dead. I think this is basically a troll. For all that said, though, I think I'm done looking at some lad trolling. I'm going to back out of this and probably go to something else. If it's a troll, then let me say, I was definitely amused. This is some kind of imagery that I'm glad I read. You know, I mean, it definitely changes the way I think. But I think I thought a lot about Mr. Encino and his risky ventures. I think we'll go on to something else, something a little more lucrative and not fucking killing yourself for 10 grand. Come on, Encino, okay? Life's worth more than that. Let's go to something else. Alright, so this is destruction. Want to destroy something? Someone? I'm sure there are better ways of solving your problems. Just ask on the FMS boards for advice. You are anonymous anyways, so apparently we went from fucking forgotten languages and generally everything else really that we've seen so far to the killing and poisoning, destroying buildings and machines, and how to prepare or conduct an operation. Now again, Before we look into this, please don't commit activities like this. They are highly illegal and can send you to a very special prison. Very, not even federal prison, a fucking step above that, okay? And y'all know what happens down over there. You don't just get fingered, you get all kinds of things. But here we have Silent Death, who, by the way, mentions a character known as Uncle Fester. For those of you who have no idea who Uncle Fester is, on a long time ago, several Deep Web episodes ago, Uncle Fester came up as the original person who basically spreads books around on how to make meth and stuff like that. And Uncle Fester is more of a teacher in the very intense arts, I guess you could say. And apparently, whenever like there are meth busts that happen, a lot of cops discover like Uncle Fester's material and shit, like on how to make meth. Because I guess teaching people how to make meth and stuff isn't illegal, but like, you know, or poisons for that matter, but like actually performing it is bad. But I think like making it is just common like chemical knowledge, right? Like Uncle Fester's just a smart lad who's tapped into the group of people who need information on some darker things to use for even darker reasons. But let's open up Silent Death, which is a theory on poisonings. You have the Mujahideen Poisons Handbook. All right, might as well open that. And as you can see, the whole Freenet is a little bit like, it's definitely more like beautiful looking too. But yeah, they got the Mujahideen's Poison Handbook, which covers so many different kinds of poisons, apparently. It's got cyanide, aniline, touching poisons. Touching poisons? Oh, let me go to that shit. Touching poisons. The poisons will dissolve in water, can be used as an act or touching poison. It does the same as it's given by mouth or injection. You need dimethyl sulfoxide and potassium cyanide, olive oil and potassium cyanide, and Nivea cream and potassium cyanide. That's fucked up! Dude, this person could be moisturizing their skin only to die very soon later. Any poison can be dissolved in DMSO, olive oil, or Nivea cream, can become a touching poison, and it will kill the man in the same time as by injection. That's so fucked up. Holy fucking shit. Alright, my god. What the fuck? They even have, they have castor beans, like ricin poison. I mean, for those of you who don't know, there was that episode of Breaking Bad where, they have the whole ricin and shit, and basically by giving that to someone, and as soon as they ingest it, a few days later they get so sick they die, and it's very difficult. Well, I mean, they can detect it, but it's almost like it's so fucking weird, you know what I mean? It happens so much more later after the fact. It's one of those hidden types of poisons. But this site fucking teaches you how to make fucking poisons and shit, and none of it you should be doing. Because it's wrong. It's fucking totally goddamn wrong. Don't even think of doing stuff like this. Don't even mess around with poisons and shit. But here you have Silent Death, which is by Uncle Fester. Now, this is a whole sort of book, but basically, this is Uncle Fester's book that goes on teaching people how to make poisons in their end. So here CIA shellfish toxin? We've all seen spy movies where one spy does in another with a small poke from a pin or a droplet in a drink. The victim always falls over dead in a flash, never making a sound other than a grunt. The CIA shellfish toxin is a real-life counterpart of the spy movie's poison. The shellfish toxin, also known as saxitoxin or gonyl toxin, is one of the most diabolically effective poisons for assassination known. It is effective within seconds when injected. When eaten, the symptoms take longer to begin, but its lethal fury will not be denied, regardless of whether medical assistance may be available. The toxin is also exceedingly difficult to detect and analyze in the body of the victim. There are several reasons for this. Saxitoxin is a very mysterious and elusive substance. It does not have many easily definable chemical characteristics. Scientists have been studying this stuff for years, and they still can't agree on just what the chemical structure is. Recent studies seem to have narrowed the scope of the argument to a few possibilities. People keep on publishing new papers disputing the claims made just a few years before. Okay, so apparently Uncle Fester knows about the CIA shellfish toxin game. Apparently, while that one, the Mujahideen one, which had which was like Nivea cream and olive oil, where by touching it you could get the same effect as getting it injected. This one is another thing that is as fucking. Oh god, that's fucked up. There's another fucking thing where basically if you have enough of the poison and you could administer it basically for a 175-pound man, 5.3 milligrams, that's nothing at all by the mouth. 68 milligrams by intravenous injection, that's again nothing. 2 milligrams when injected into the stomach muscles, oh my fucking god. Holy shit, this is so fucking weird. What the fuck? Apparently, saxitoxin, while it can't be killed, like you won't die, I think, by touch at least, what it does is it's very difficult to detect, which means when an autopsy is happening on the person that the CIA would happen to kill, there's nothing to tell because the person's dead. Like, it's going to be very difficult. You're going to need somebody who really knows saxitoxin or is able to find its very acute details in order to figure out just how the person died. That is so... Holy crap. Dude, this is some fucking dangerous, spooky knowledge to be getting. Holy shit. Like, when you're talking about a site that teaches you some fucked up stuff, this is what they're talking about. Now, what is this? Setting fires with electrical timers, arson around with anti-ALF, Ozymandias Sabotage Handbook, the Terrorist's Handbook, recipes for how to... Oh, man, you know, recipes. We had the whole Deep Web Chef thing a long time ago. Now you got... What the fuck? And then you have conducting operations, military studies, and the jihad, and the Ozymandias Sabotage Handbook, which teaches you how to... What is the Ozymandias? Let me open this up real quick. Let me actually open up all their... Well, I think they're both the same book. But if we go over here, I met a traveler who, from an antique land, he said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert near them, blah, blah, blah. But basically this lad is telling you how to gather intelligence, anti-surveillance measures, phone tapping, mail? What? This is like, okay, anti-surveillance measures is basically you trying to protect people from looking at what you're doing. I mean, this would be useful for a lot of people who are worried about their, who are worried about getting, not getting caught necessarily, but, not having their shit peeked at. I mean, this probably helps, but, fucking hell, dude. Wow, in less than 10 minutes, I learned about 2 of the world's deadliest poisons, and now I'm learning how to gather intelligence and counter surveillance? Wow, dude, Freenet is a million times more gangster or edgier than fucking Tor already. Maybe we've seen so much of Tor that me touching Freenet takes me to this, it brings me back to when we really saw really fucked up shit, the whole Parasite archives. Holy crap. My lord. It's telling you how to do, your home, rubbish, impersonation, burglary, bugs, your information, basic surveillance equipment, bugs, phone taps, audio recording devices, video photographs, rubbish sorting, impersonation, forgery, harassment, continuous fax looping. My lord, dude. What the fuck? Okay, you know what? I'm going to back out of this. I'm going to end this, all right? I'm going to go to something else because, frankly, I think we've seen enough of what we needed to really see. I think there's not really much else I can show you except more edgier things to really happen. But that is apparently our first actual foray, really, into the whole Freenet side. And on Freenet, we learned about binaural beats and this. Poisons. From fucking terrorists. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna back out. I'm gonna go to something else. I'm gonna end looking at this where I'm looking at it right now. We're gonna go to something else. That was certainly out there. First foray into Freenet. Let me know what you think about it. We'll look at more Freenet as time comes on. There's a lot more to see on Freenet too, but let me know what you think about our first Freenet archives. Honestly, this is something, dude. This is really something. These are some things that a very special audience would really want to see. They even have their own message boards too. Let's go somewhere else. And that, everyone, is another episode of Deep Web Browsing, episode number 78. And that is a conclusion. And as always, I think this episode was a little bit different than the rest. It was very weird, very out there, I think. We saw a lot of different things. And I think from website 1 all the way to the end of the recording session, I was pleasantly entertained. Sure, I think I was the most confused I've ever been this episode because we've seen a lot of new things. Our first foray into Freenet was also very enlightening because we're on that path. But then it was also really scary considering the kind of information that we found, how to make deadly poisons and like counter surveillance and shit like that. Very interesting episode, I would say. The video itself definitely sparked some questions, but ultimately, I don't know what my thoughts are on it. But I'm going to end the video over here by saying, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. Let me know what you thought about these websites in the comment section below. What was your favorite part, all that good stuff. And there will be a Reddit link. Please let me know what onion links you would like there. And as always, this is me, Mudahar, and I am out.